welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in to 726. We have an abbreviated show. Ann Limley is not with us. She's got a little medical thing going on, and she will be with us on our next program. We're going to kick off right with our first guest. First time I've met Tibitha Freeman.
Yes, good morning.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We've got a little history through your husband, and we've been chatting a little bit before the show. And welcome to the show.
Great, thanks for having us.
You talk about as fast as he does.
Yes, all the time.
Now, you were talking earlier that you guys are kind of matched, typically the same personality. You're go-getters and get the job done. And
We'd like to think so.
And you've got a little boy, huh?
We have a little boy. He's 5 years old.
Yeah.
He'll be going to kindergarten soon. So
well,
excited.
Tell us about you're a Kiwanian.
Yes.
And you're here to talk about the dog park. Is that correct? Plus some other things that are going. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get going.
Yeah, so I'm actually one of the board members for the Harrison Kiwanis Club as well. I work for Bank OZK here in Harrison and serving as the branch manager for the locations. And, you know, we always try to do the best in the community. So I chose Kiwanis because I had wonderful friends who reached out to me and said, hey, you should join Kiwanis.
And for people that don't know what Kiwanis do, what's the focus of Kiwanis?
Children.
Children, okay.
I would like to think that it's more of a children ministry than anything. We love to give back to our community, whether it's pancakes or if it's, helping with the dog park. So.
And this is not a male-oriented group, as it used to be.
Right.
I don't think it ever was exclusive of women, but I was a Kiwanian years ago, and there were no women. But now, how many women do you have in your organization?
I would say the majority is women. Actually, now we have multiple individuals who are on our board as well, and they're all women. So that is a wonderful asset, obviously, to our community. I'd like to think so myself. I'm all about women empowerment and thoroughly enjoy that, obviously. But, you know, you got to have everybody to make it work. You know, I say that a lot about our community banks as well. You've got to have everybody to make everything work. Are we needing to switch mics?
Yeah, we're going to switch mics. Just hook this right there on your sleeve.
Perfect.
That'll work.
There we go. All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, I would say the majority, about 90% of us are female. Well, I'd say maybe 80% is female.
Okay.
But we are there and we get the job done. But it wouldn't get done if we didn't have the other members as well. So,
so do you guys meet once a week?
We sure do. We meet on Mondays at noon at Western Sizzlin', so come out and join us. We are trying to grow substantially as well, so we'd love to have any new members. If you just want to check it out, hey, I'll spot you a lunch and you can come sit beside me and
free lunch?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's Western Sizzlin' too. Amy and the girls treat us like family there.
Now is
so
Western Sizzlin' back to their normal post-COVID situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would say, you know, we're not out of COVID season yet.
Yeah.
However, they are doing their very best. They keep things very nice and tidy and clean for us. The Honer family has made sure and taken care of all of that. We do wear gloves and masks. We have Germex everywhere, but we still sit in the very back away from everybody, and we still try to do the 6-foot thing just to make sure everybody is safe.
Which is going to be probably in our lifestyle for several months to come.
I'm sure, yes.
Let's talk about the dog park.
Sure.
Where did that idea come from?
Well, I believe it has been stemmed for many years. Our friends over at Rotary come up with the Wonderwilla Park, which we're all very familiar with. And so, you know, there was a lot of additions that we could do on top of that. Right at first, it wasn't a big deal, and there were a lot of people who didn't think that this would actually work, the dog park would work. But I'll tell you, there are hundreds of people who visit there weekly, just about people that visit there every single day. We've learned about a relationship that was stemmed from there, a husband and wife now. Boyfriend and girlfriend dogs, which I think is just the cutest thing in the whole world. Yeah. So that's at our dog park here in Harrison. That's down by the bus garage in the Anstaff Soccer Complex field, if you have not been there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so a lot of time and effort has been put into that. Our good friend Chuck Eddington, who is also our president of the Harrison Kiwanis Club, his guys from the Harrison Parks and Rec take really good care of that. There are tables out there. There's a small breed side and a large breed side. So you know, if you've got the Doberman or you've got the Chihuahua, you can go and have fun.
Now, give me some rules and regulations on what happens when you go inside the perimeter. Do they have to be on leashes?
Well, they don't have to be, but there are all kinds of things that they can play with. There's balls and walls that they can run up through and tunnels that they can enjoy.
Right.
And, of course, we just ask that you pick up your doggy waste,
Okay.
which, once again, those Harrison Parks and Rec guys, they take great great care of
Okay.
all of our parks, but more in
But
general there, they want to make sure that that stuff's picked up and cleaned up.
okay.
So, yeah.
So what do people do? That they is it a typical thing where they walk there and just to walk their dog, or?
More, I think, just to have some socialism with other
Oh,
animals.
okay.
And it's a lot of retired individuals in our community. They take their animals there daily to enjoy, company.
Yeah.
Even in COVID season, there were a lot of people that were still meeting there and
Mm-hmm.
having hot dogs and hamburgers, or from Brown Bag Special or something, and they're
Yeah.
having it there
Okay.
at the park.
Yeah.
So, and their dogs just play and have a good time together.
Now, is this fine? Is there maintenance fees involved with this, or is
No.
it just the parks just mow and keep up with it?
Yep.
So it's there. It's for the public's use.
Mhm.
And are you going to try to grow it in some way, or?
Yes, and that's actually why I'm here today. I want to
Okay.
talk a little bit about our fundraiser. It's actually dog park pavers, so we're calling it a Bark Park Celebration Block. And I have a photo of it. We can post it on the website, or you can find us on the Harrison Kiwanis Club Facebook page as well.
Okay.
But we actually are making, blocks. In general, they have letters and characteristics. You can put whatever you
Are they
want on there.
pavers? You're talking like
real
bricks,
pavers.
or?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And so, a celebration of your animal. So it could be your bull, it could be your
Okay.
cat, or your goldfish, whatever you want. But all of the proceeds are going to keeping up maintenance of our park, of our
Oh,
Bark
okay.
Park.
Okay.
And we all know that
The
the
parks
wear
in
and tear.
general, or
No,
just
not
the dog park?
just the dog park.
Okay.
We're not associated with Harrison Parks and Rec,
Okay.
other than they help us maintain the facility, and that is my understanding of it. So, anyway, so we're selling these pavers, as it were, because we've noticed there are so many individuals who come in and out of there. We're getting handicapped individuals who need a little better
Okay.
accessibility.
Okay.
They're, concrete slabs that kind of have to be, taken care of. So these pavers will set ideally kind of free flowing, so that way if you were a handicapped individual, you could easily access either side of the dog park. And so these pavers will go there in celebration of your pet's future, past, and present. So
Okay.
that's what that's for. So
Okay, cool.
once again, you can reach out to us on Facebook or here or wherever else.
Okay. And then is there a deadline for this, or is it ongoing?
Well, we plan on extending it next year. However, right now
Okay.
we are going to actually be hosting a dog park festival. We're going to call it the Dog Days of Summer. So there'll be a dog pageant, or whatever you want to refer to it as, but it'll be
Okay.
a pageant. There will be a Mr. and a Mrs. crowned. So
So you get to dress up your
you get
pet.
to dress up your pet, right? We have vendors, we've got food trucks, we've got bouncy
Oh,
houses.
wow. And this is all going to be
sponsors.
around that area?
It's
or?
July 24th. Yep, it'll be
Okay.
July 24th at 2 p.m. down there at the dog park.
Oh, okay.
And ideally, we hope to have all of these pavers set in stone and sandblasted, so that way they're on showcase at that time.
Oh, okay.
So all the proceeds
How
will go back
much
to
is a
benefit that.
paver?
Okay, so if you buy one, it's $30, or if you buy more than one, they're $25 each.
Oh, okay.
You could put you and your wife and your dog's name on the paver, so there's
Do
plenty
you
of room
have
for
to
that.
do you have to be a pet lover to buy a paver?
No, you could just make up a goldfish name if you wanted to. That's totally
Okay.
fine with us.
Okay.
We're also going to put our Kiwanis logo in there. There'll be some freestanding ones for the future,
Oh, okay. Right.
future ideas of this as well. So
Okay, cool.
we're excited
Can you
about it.
update the pavers?
I'm sure we could. At some point, you could probably remove those.
Yeah,
I've not really thought much
yeah.
about taking them up, but I'm
Okay.
assuming that would be
All right.
something we could do in the future.
Just questions rolling around in
Sure.
my head.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, going along with that, we also have the Ozark Humane Society, who have agreed to bring some animals down there so you can adopt your very best friend the same day of our Dog Days of Summer festival and pageant coming forward. So
Okay.
that'll be great. Lots of opportunities there.
Okay. And you can contact, what's a Facebook what's the contact information we can get
Sure.
from you?
So you can just find us on the Harrison Kiwanis page, Harrison Kiwanis
Okay.
Club of Facebook, on Facebook, I'm sorry. So myself or 3 other moderators will take care of any questions that you have, obviously, and we have a PayPal link. We worked with Spree Creative, Spree Hilliard, with that, and she designed us a page. You can actually pull up the order form there, and we can get you
Okay.
set up with a PayPal if you don't want to meet face-to-face, or you're from another state, we can still take care of you
Okay.
that way.
All right.
So.
Anything else going on you want to talk about?
Yeah, we actually have a dessert auction once again, so you'll find that there on our
desserts.
Facebook page. Yes, and if you know Miss Loretta Moore, I don't know, I'm sure if you're out there from Valley Springs, you know Miss Moore. She's gonna make some wonderful pies and cakes, so you can also follow that Facebook page to figure out all the details on that if I don't buy them myself. And then we also have the circus coming to town on June 4th. There'll be 2
Okay.
show times, so
Oh, good.
5 and 7:30. And that's at the old junior high football complex.
okay.
Same area.
Oh,
So
okay.
we've got
All in the
that.
same area. Okay.
We have a kids triathlon, a cornhole tournament, an archery tournament.
This is all Kiwanis
All
sponsored.
Kiwanis sponsored, every
Okay.
bit of it.
Wow,
So
you guys are
yeah.
getting busy.
Yep, we thoroughly enjoy that. Like I said, we want to make sure that our focus is our community and giving back. So that's what we're here to do. So we're
Cool.
excited about it.
Well, I'm glad to meet you.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
of course, the invitation to come back is always open. And if anything comes up that you want our viewers to know about, please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. We'd love to talk again next time. We'll let you know how it goes once we get everything
All
going.
right.
Yeah.
More information to follow at the end of the show for Kiwanis events and other things going on. If you want more information, you can stick around for that information.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks again. I appreciate it so much.
Up next, we have Tonette Madison. She's from the Boone County Heritage Museum, and she's here to talk about the great things going on at the museum. You're watching 726. Stay with us. We'll be right back.